Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and this is a 3D stereo drawing pen. So this allows you to draw into 3D, and you can see some of the images here. This is geared, I think, toward children mostly, but if you're bored, it takes filament from the back, it looks like, and goes through the pen, kind of heats it up, I guess, and cools it down as it comes out, and you can make these little 3D things. So this, in my opinion, would be drawn toward children. We'll do an unboxing, a little demonstration of it. They give you some sample filament in here. This is 2016, and I want to continue doing unique things like this to bring something good to and beneficial to the channel, instead of doing USB adapters for the cars. So here's your sample of 3 different color filaments in here, and a vacuum sealed bag that comes in here, and your manual for it. I would actually probably look at that. Here's your charging cable for it, and the 3D pen, stereo pen itself. Okay, so the manual itself is absolutely in English, every bit of it, which is cool. So what the manual states here is, this is the speed control, this is your temperature control. I don't think you can see this, but there's a little thing, a little dial you turn in there. It looks like you put a small flathead in there, and there's different temperature controls. Take that into consideration if you're ordering this. Maybe order a tiny, it's got to be tiny. I don't know if you can see that little green round thing inside that silver thing, but that's where the flathead's got to go to change the temperature. So we'll put that back on there. The wire feeding button here, I'm assuming this is back and forward. This is the end that you will run and feed the wire up through. This is where you plug in the adapter port. And yeah, that's it. It's a good universal color, I think. I don't think it's strictly male or female. So the adapter, it feels like it's honestly about 5 feet long. So just know that if you're working on a large space, you may need a surge protector setting up here, or an extension cord of some kind. You do get a larger, I thought, wow, they're just giving us just a little bit, but this kind of stretches out to be quite a bit of filament. So I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but seems to be pretty lengthy. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this into the back. This light should turn red, I guess, when I get to a stopping point or something with the filament inside of it, and then it will turn green whenever I can use it. So it didn't take long at all for this light to turn green, and you can hear the little engines cranking there, waiting to grab my filament. It's working. Oh my God! We have something coming out the tip. Let's get this old filament out of here, because they must have tested it. So I guess you have this much filament that will be left in it. And here comes my blue. So I guess expect that if they're testing it. Which, if they're testing that, that's pretty cool. I was just curious if it would hold a straight up and down shape, and it dried extremely quick. Look at that, boing! And it doesn't break, it just kind of bends. It will bend and misshape, but if you make something, it's not harmful. I don't see this being. Now, if you have pets, well, it just broke because I pulled it hard. But if you have pets, I could see they could chew and probably want to chew this thing up or so. But for kids, it seems like pretty cool. Let's get a different perspective of it, and let me actually attempt to do something with this thing. I don't know what I'm going to make, but let's just... I'm having trouble finding the right speed. Now, what did I make here? I have no idea what that is, so we'll start over again. This is very, very difficult to get this thing, because as you can see here, here's the max speed toward the back here, slow in the front. These are, from here forward, seems to be about the same slow speed. It's right here, I'm like a fraction distance here before it goes slow to super fast. So the definite speed controls here are kind of an issue for this thing to work properly, because you can see now it's coming out super fast, but I'm going to move it forward just a touch like that, and then give it a shot. It comes out super slow. Seems to be a fun thing if I can figure out how to get the base not to move anywhere. So maybe I got to create like a wad of something down here that I can hold and then draw off the hold. So I'll try that now, and just like it's dry right here. Instant when it comes out, it felt pretty dry. So if I can hold this here now, this piece, let me try a foot. A leg somehow, and then if I can connect to another piece. That's a mess of a foot. Okay, so I hope you can see what I've got going on here. It's like 2 feet, 2 legs. So I'll continue to work on this guy, and we'll just see the finishing touches, because basically what I had to do, see his little shoes, I bumped him, but see his little shoes, his legs, and then his body's kind of going to be up here, and his arms come off, and his head up here is the goal. And I think if I create the skeleton, I could add to the skeleton maybe, but add more toward the base and build up as I go. Alright guys, so here is what I was able to create. And that is my little stick man with shoes. He's pointing up at something. He's got kind of a face, sort of, maybe. His hands back here or whatever. But this is the first thing I was able to create with it. I still got this much filament left over. This is all the waste that I had from it. And this piece, one of these pieces here, I clipped off the back that I used to kind of hold him steady. And once you get the speed right and knowing how to pull up and then leaving it, and when you leave it alone for too long, it'll go to standby mode. So now I click forward to pull the filament through. The red light's on. It's going, okay, now I want to heat up again. And it doesn't just sit there heated, which is a good thing. Now that I push feed forward, it's coming out of standby mode and actually preheating, and then the green light will tell me when it's heated. Here, see, we got a green light now. I'm going to make a little squiggly thing and then a straight line up, and then freeze that for a little bit and then pull it away. Alright, so let me get a good base here. We'll see how long I can So there. So yeah, I was able to draw straight up just by creating a big enough of a base, and draw right straight up into thin air, and you can see that it kind of holds pretty well. That's my first time ever messing with a 3D printer pen, or 3D printed anything for that matter. But this has been the Floureon latest 3rd generation 3D crafting drawing pen with 3 filaments for children and kids. This has been the blue color. I think it's fun. I think it's something that really causes you to use another side of your brain, I guess, or it's just a new dimension of creativity, and I think it's great for kids. I mean, you just got to make sure they're old enough to know that this is bad and not to stick this on someone else, because this would really burn them or another child. But I do believe that this Floureon, the 3rd generation 3D craft drawing printing pen, is a good buy for children to explore and to have a lot of fun with. So this has been Isaiah's Reviews reviewing the 3D pen, and I like it.